come to Good Life about 6 to 7 times a week and work out with my trainer about 3 to 4 times a week, usually about 1 hour, an hour and a quarter each.
All of this would have most of us breathing hard, but for Ian Fish, it comes with an extra challenge.
His lungs actually function at about mid-60% of what's normal for someone otherwise his age and height without any lung disease. When he takes his medication, that improves somewhat into the 70s.
That's because Ian was diagnosed at the age of 5 with asthma, and that restricted breathing has restricted his lifestyle for decades. In 2010, after a few too many gasps up a flight of stairs, Ian set his sights even higher.
The goal really was to do my bucket list, which was to climb a mountain. So climbing the mountain became the ultimate goal, and fitness became the means to do it.
That first climb was Mount Athabasca, and he got to it with about 15 months of fitness training, mostly running and cycling. Today he is preparing for Mount Robson, a much more technical and dangerous climb.
With climbing, you're carrying usually somewhere between 40 to 50 pounds of weight, your camping gear, climbing accessories, etc. So I want to incorporate that into the training.
And so the training is a bit more intense, carrying an extra 20 or 30 pounds of weight in his backpack throughout the workout and adding an elevation mask that further restricts Ian's breathing but forces his breathing muscles to get stronger. None of this actually changes Ian's disease.
In terms of the actual, when he takes a deep breath in and blows out how much air capacity he has in his lung, that hasn't really made a difference, but what he's able to do with it, so his exercise endurance has changed significantly with him training, getting active, and focusing on his life and his physical fitness.
When I first started, I actually thought my lung disease would get better. And in fact, back in 2013, about 3 years after starting working out, I went for another pulmonary function test, and I was expecting to get better results. And the results were only negligibly better. You cannot change what you have. You know, the fibrosis, the scarring that's in the lungs, that's always going to be there. But what you can do is learn how to use your volume of oxygen that you do have and maximize it.
Ian is attaching a financial summit to his climb with a goal to raise $100,000 for the Manitoba Lung Association that will go toward education and awareness.
Well, I think climbing is actually an amazing metaphor for life. It's an amazing metaphor for having a disease. So you have a choice when you have a disease. You can either let the disease own you or you can own the disease.
Only 10% of climbers who attempt Mount Robson actually succeed, so Ian will need all the encouragement that he can get. He begins his ascent on September 8th. For Go Winnipeg, I'm Kim Kasher.